Hi Diane, can you tell me your full name and what you do at SAS?
Sure. My name is Diane Hatcher. I work in the technology practice at SAS, and that doesn't mean anything to you, I'm sure, but it basically what I do is I talk about how SAS fits within the customer's organization or their IT infrastructure. And that's really focused around the SAS 9 architecture as well as our reporting solutions.
Great. You know, at the opening session you talked about how it's going to be used or integrated with mobile devices like the iPhone. Can you give me a high picture perspective on how SAS will be implemented on the iPhone?
Sure. Where SAS is focusing our efforts is really around mobile device visualization. If you think about the device itself, there's very limited real estate, even if you're using an iPad. You have to and what people are using it for, as what we've seen in corporations, is really at the high-level executive level. So the things that they're looking at is wanting to get a quick view of what's actually what's going on. They want a quick view of what's going on. Is it good news or bad news? I had someone tell me once that they wanted to know, they wanted the executive to wake up in the morning, look at their mobile device, and know whether it's going to be a good day or a bad day. And so from that perspective, where SAS is going with our mobile visualization is really around high-impact visualizations, getting a quick look around with conditional formatting, some interactions in order to get a little bit more detail, and then providing the ability to share comments or send emails around those images or visualizations in order to get more detail.
Now, is that a completely new product from SAS, or is it bundled as part of the BI suite somehow when it's released as a separate mobile product?
Well, it is its own application, but I think we're still working through how we're going to bundle it, but I think we'll probably end up bundling with some existing our enterprise BI server bundle.
Okay. You mentioned it's more of a visualization tool, so it isn't intended for a SAS programmer or developer necessarily, more as a consumer, is that right?
That's correct. And so it's primarily driven towards consumption of the analytical information rather than the creation.
Now the consumption, is that purely graph type visual elements, or is it also textual type reports?
It's basically whatever visualization is required in order to get the message across. So whether it's textual or graphical, that's really going to be up to the data that's being displayed. So either option is fine.
You mentioned a couple of different, the iPhone and the iPad. Is it also going to be released with the BlackBerry, and how is it different between those different platforms?
Sure. So our initial target is, at this point, is the iPhone, the iPad, and the BlackBerry. And the difference is the iPhone and the iPad are very standard measurements, very standard in terms of how the software is being used. The BlackBerry also has a very standard operating system, but the challenge is around the different screen sizes and different real estate on the various models of the BlackBerry. So we need to account for that when we develop our BlackBerry solutions.
Is it also going to have an Android release, or is that a different date?
Yes, we will be also, so following our initial release, we'll be taking a very hard look at both the Android operating system as well as Windows 7 Mobile.
Okay.